Our only relief came when Mama wiped our grimy arms and chests with a washcloth she'd soaked with alcohol and cold water. Lying in the afternoon heat, impatient for my birthday to arrive the next day, I prayed that Mama had bought the chemistry set I'd been hinting about all month. Last year I'd asked for a set of Britannica encyclopedias and received a tiny Tears doll. I never wanted a doll, and even if I did, who wanted one that peed on you? I hoped Mama's recently improved mood might help my cause. Since throwing Daddy out, Mama hardly yelled at us anymore. She barely noticed we existed. When I reminded her it was supper time, she'd glance away from her movie magazine and say, "Take some money from my purse and go to Harry's." We'd walk 3 blocks to Harry's coffee shop and order tuna sandwiches and malteds, vanilla for Mary and chocolate for me. Usually I'd finish first, wrapping my legs around the cold chrome pole under the leather stool and twirling impatiently while I waited. Mary sipped at her malted and nibbled itsy-bitsy bites from her sandwich. I yelled at her to hurry, imitating Grandma Zelda, Daddy's mother. "Move it, Princess Hoo-Ha! Who do you think you are, the Queen of England?" Maybe she did. Maybe Mary's secret mother was Queen Elizabeth. After Daddy moved out, Mama instituted inexplicable new rules. Don't open the door for your father, and when you visit him at Grandma Zelda's, don't say a word about me. That old bag is just using you for information, and never tell anyone about my friends. Men friends visited Mama all the time. I didn't know exactly how to keep from saying anything about them. Not talking about Mama meant being outright rude and disobedient, since seconds after he'd kissed us hello, Daddy's questions started. "How's your mother? Who comes over to the house? Does she have new clothes? New records? New color hair?" Even a kid could see Daddy was starving for Mama news. I felt a little guilty at how relieved I was by Daddy's absence. Before he left, when he wasn't demanding or later outright begging Mama for attention, he'd be staring at her with a big moony face. I sometimes wondered why my mother had married Daddy. Because I was too young to do the math and figure out the time between their wedding and my birth, it had never entered my mind that I was the reason, and Mama didn't invite girly mother-daughter conversation. Mama didn't cotton to anything smacking of introspection. That's probably why she was so close to Teeny. Teeny didn't dip into the deeper meanings of life. She'd spend hours and hours judging Mama's fingernail polish, glancing away from her ironing long enough to pick the tone most flattering to Mama's pale skin, as my mother painted one nail after another. I flipped the page of the Scarlet Slipper mystery, sweat dripping from my arms. Since I could take only 6 books per visit from the library, I had to time it right, or I'd be stuck on Sundays rereading the 5 Reader's Digest condensed books sitting on our red lacquered living room shelf. Green bronze statues of fierce-looking Chinese dragons with long, sharp tails bookended the volumes. Symbols of luck, Mama said. Black onyx boxes in various shapes and sizes, with mother-of-pearl inlay covers, decorated the living room shelves. They were smooth and cool to the touch. Mama's father brought them back from the war in Japan. Mama's mother, who we called Mimi Ruby, gave Mama the boxes after our grandfather died because Mama demanded them enough to drive Mimi Ruby crazy. Mama was used to getting what she wanted. Sun snuck over the walls enclosing our gloomy courtyard and blazed into the bedroom. I flipped and rotated my pillow, squashing it into semi-comfortable lumps, seeking a bit of cool cotton to tuck under my head. Mary, cross-legged on her bed, moved her paper dolls into various constellations. She propped them against the wall, folding down the tabs on first one outfit and then another, moving her lips for the silent plays they acted out for her alone. Mary was supposed to be taking a nap, and I was supposed to be making sure she did.